Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Wilsons.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I would like an increase in my financial support.
Okay. And your financial support or support for your children?
Support for the children.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay? Do not address her. I'm talking to her. You will have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Yes,
Thank
Your
you. Go ahead.
As I was saying, I'm already receiving child support, yes, but
Okay.
I would like an increase for our children.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
And how much are you receiving at this time?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month, okay. And you believe that you're warranted an increase? Like, did he come into some money that you know about?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Okay, how do you...
All right, folks, buckle up. Today, we're diving into the high-stakes courtroom drama of the Wilson case, where financial transparency is taking center stage. Ms. Wilson is seeking an increase in child support, arguing that Mr. Wilson, any attorney with a lucrative side hustle in oil and gas, is hiding his true income. Tension is running high as both sides gear up for battle. Ms. Wilson insists that their children deserve greater financial support, while Mr. Wilson attempts to minimize his earnings to avoid a bigger payout. But the judge isn't here for games. She sets the tone from the outset, making it crystal clear. This hearing will be driven by facts.
Jerry kind of told me.
His secretary told you?
Yes.
Did she tell you something or did you ask her to look for you?
No, honestly, she just brought it to my attention.
Sounds like you need a new secretary. She's just telling your ex-wife all of your business?
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's his ex-lover.
Ex-lover, okay. We're not gonna get into all of that. That has nothing to do with this court.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, no, I don't need you to thank me, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go. What is she talking about?
Well, I have an interest in an oil and gas, 2 oil and gas partnerships.
Okay.
But really, it's been a dud. We hadn't made any money until the last year we made some money.
What's some money?
I don't know how much the partnership made, but I received a $50,000.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Yes, Your
I don't need all the extra.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, the partnership itself made about $3 million.
$3 million?
But I received $50,000 distribution.
Now we're getting to it. You received
Well,
50?
I didn't receive $50,000. $50,000.
Did you come in my courtroom to play games? I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not here to play games with you.
No.
He does that a lot.
Your Honor, she's
Listen,
talking when I'm talking.
And I'll get to her in just a minute, ma'am. I'll need you to save your company.
Ms. Wilson takes the stand with confidence, determined to prove she's not receiving a fair share of child support. She testifies that while she currently receives $11,500 in a month, Mr. Wilson's actual income justifies a higher amount. Then comes the bombshell. She reveals that Mr. Wilson recently received a $50,000 payout from his oil and gas partnership, a detail she uncovered through his own secretary. The courtroom stirs as the judge raises an eyebrow, clearly intrigued by the revelation. Mr. Wilson scrambles to regain control, insisting the money was used to settle a debt with the IRS. But the damage is already done. This surprise disclosure changes the entire tone of the case, setting the stage for a heated showdown over hidden income, financial responsibility, and whether Mr. Wilson has been playing by the rules.
In my time, you received $50,000, correct?
No.
Okay, so tell me what's up with the $50,000?
Well, the partnership paid a debt of mine in the amount of $50,000.
Okay, so your partnership paid a debt of $50,000. What debt was that?
It was to the IRS.
Okay, all right. So you know that we could deem that as income, right? For purposes
Your
of
Honor.
calculating your child support.
But I didn't even receive. It didn't even touch my bank account.
It doesn't have to touch your bank account. It's under Texas law. I could deem that $50,000 as income, although it's not income producing. What else? Where else you work?
Well, I'm an attorney.
Okay. What type of law do you practice?
Criminal law.
Criminal law. All right. How much money you make there?
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Well, answer the question, Mr. Wilson.
I make about I bring home about $80,000.
All right, let me look at some documents you turned in here. According to your documents, your tax return last year was $72,000. That's about accurate?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. That $50,000, that was the distribution, right? That's your testimony, right?
That
Your
went to
tax
the
returns
IRS.
are correct, right?
Well,
They
Are
are.
your tax returns correct or they incorrect? Is it as simple
according to
yes
my
or no?
CPA.
According to your CPA. Okay.
I didn't prepare them.
According to that, I have your doing the gross from the $50,000. That brings your gross to $42,000, $4,200, excuse me. The net of that is $3,510.58. And then, according to your tax return, you make $72,000 in your business, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So that gross is $6,000, which brings that net to $4,779.38. Who covers health insurance for the children?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$161.
$161. Let me just make sure. Is that what you're looking at in front of you? Okay, I'm just making sure. I have your document here. $161. You're going to be responsible for reimbursement.
With the facts now on the table, the judge moves quickly to recalculate Mr. Wilson's child support obligation. Despite his claim that the $50,000 payout wasn't actual income, the judge isn't swayed. Under Texas law, any financial gain, whether it's salary, bonuses, or large distributions, counts toward child support calculations. Taking into account his $72,000 annual salary as an attorney, the judge rules that Mr. Wilson's new monthly payment should be $2,233, which also includes health insurance reimbursements. This ruling sends a clear message. The court prioritizes the financial well-being of children over technical arguments or attempts to conceal income. At this point, it's evident that Mr. Wilson's financial maneuvering has only backfired, reinforcing the court's firm stance on parental responsibility.
It's just what the law says. Okay? So, adding your two net resources together, I have $8,289.96 reimbursement for the health insurance. Prior to adding the reimbursement, it comes out to $2,072.50. Reimbursement of $161 gets you to $2,233.50 because your income did increase from the time that you all got a divorce.
Can I say something?
Can you ask me the question without wasting my time? Can you do that?
I saw on her Instagram that she goes on a lot of trips. I just think this extra
That-
money is
no.
going to go to these trips. I really don't think it's going to go to anything related.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
You need to stop it.
Excuse me.
I can
Both
show
of
you
you
the
need to
Instagram.
stop it. Both
It's
of you need
Instagram,
to
it's
stop
fake.
it. Excuse me. When I talk, the two of you be quiet. Now I see why y'all got a divorce. Y'all cannot get along.
No, we
But
got a
listen
divorce
to
'cause he
this.
cheated.
No, let me tell you about
cheated.
this. I don't care if he cheated. I do not care about her Instagram. All I care about is the money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of. According to the documents that your CPA produced, your income went up, therefore, your children are entitled to an increase. So, final child support amount, $2,233.50. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, that'd be great.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Wilson?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wilson makes one final attempt, accusing Miss Wilson of spending lavishly on vacations instead of prioritizing their children. But the judge quickly shuts him down, emphasizing that this case is about his financial responsibility, not Miss Wilson's spending. The judge stands firm, ruling that the $50,000 payout directly impacts Mr. Wilson's child support obligation. She reminds him that under Texas law, child support isn't just based on salary. It includes all financial gains, even if used elsewhere, like for tax payments. Judge Vanderbee's no-nonsense approach underscores a key point. The court will always prioritize the children's needs. This case serves as a clear reminder that courts will uncover hidden income and ensure children receive the support they deserve. With that, the courtroom battle ends decisively.